but here we are. We're approaching 40 minutes into our first podcast. I feel like we've covered a lot of ground, called out a lot of people on not attending our free download, took our fish oil, hung out with Andre the puppy for a while. He spilled some vitamin water. That was one of the highlights of the show. You can't create that kind of stuff. That's podcast magic. And maybe I figure maybe we'll close out this first episode of the podcast with one more reading from WhistlePig.
We could do that.
I think it's probably a good idea. Get the hype up a little bit more about WhistlePig that comes out February 2nd. We're semi-planning on taking a trip to Punxsutawney on that day for Groundhog Day, which is also Mike Sabosley's birthday, and my cousin Jonathan's birthday, Marcy Lemus's birthday. Whole lot of people's birthday is February 2nd, which is we tried to really release this on a monumental day and a day when it's a lot of people's birthdays, which February 2nd is. And Erin Carson. I'm sure she's watching the podcast right now live. She just sorry about the basketball game today.
Yeah, sorry to bring it up.
But I'm going to be reading one last poem.
You have your choice between Bigfoot and When I Get Married. Both really good.
I think I'm going to read When I Get Married. And this is a poem. It's a very meaningful poem. I drew this is actually one of my drawings. It's a hound dog wearing a tie that says love. So to close out today's show, 41 minutes in, where this is a poem I like to call When I Get Married. And it goes like this. When I get married, it'll be so great. I'll be rolling down the aisle on roller skates, while all the guests loudly sing along to Earth, Wind, and Fire's September song. No best man at the event, of course, but instead a beautifully groomed best horse. A flower girl will not be found, replaced by the cool-looking flower hound. The bridesmaids will get hoots and hollers in their spandex dresses and leather collars. No priest at the altar while the guests all file in. It's Barack Obama at the podium smiling. It's almost time for the bride, but no. First there's a Pink Floyd laser show. And now it's finally time, you see, when Ben Folds takes a seat at the keys, and that beautiful and stunning bride of mine walks down the aisle to Emmeline. I'll surely almost shed a tear, so glad my soon-to-be wife is here. And I'll place that giant ring I hold, made of 956-karat gold, onto the finger of the woman I love, while Barack releases a single white dove. And we look at him and say, I do, and he looks at us and says, I do too. And we're quickly rushed out of the place, at a speedy Sonic the Hedgehog pace. We'll be suited up in our rocket ship, ready to take our well-planned trip across the sky and past the stars for our honeymoon on planet Mars. And that's a poem called When I Get Married. It's from WhistlePig. WhistlePig will be out February 2nd.
3 weeks.
3 weeks from now, February 2nd. For those of you who don't do math well, and for those of you that can read, unlike the people that aren't attending our event on Facebook, from everybody here at WhistlePod, which we decided to name it because Podcat was taken. Podcats. Maybe we'll name our next one Podcats just for the heck of it. Who knows? It's me, Chris Wafalius, my good buddy Tony Hartman, Mason. Get Mason on there.
He's like a brother to me.
Come here. I'm going to show this guy one more time. Little guy named Andre and his little buddy right here.
Is that Ray Ray?
Yeah. We named it Ray Ray. And Ray and Mason, our boys. And Sarah, who's over here. She's a little bit podcast shy, but it's cool. That's it for today. And hopefully we'll be seeing you guys soon. February 2nd is going to be a big day. We're going to try to do some more podcasts and really get it out there. And now I just got to learn how to put this podcast on the internet, and all you guys can watch it. Cool?
Cool.
Peace. Let me turn this off. Later.